I am watering this humongous garden out here. It only takes me probably about an hour to do all of this, I would say. The ground, I noticed, was very dry. It like dries out daily, so gotta water it.
So far, no new sprouts, but we're hoping within the next couple of days. Most of the berry plants are looking pretty good. Check this out. We already have blueberries. Pretty cool. Don't know how to tell when they're ready yet, though. They're still kind of hard. If anybody knows, let us know.
It's half tempting to just grab it. Just
Do it.
oh.
I bet they're pretty bitter right now.
Probably very sour.
So we need to discuss and explore methods of watering. Because to sit here with a water hose and get a really good soaking watering like what we need, it takes a very long time. So we were thinking maybe the old flood method where we just let the hose run and really soak in and saturate, which might work because it is kind of sloped down a little bit. That's the way my dad used to do it. Maybe something like that would work, I'm not sure. We also discussed the idea of soaker hoses, but to do an area the size that we need with soaker hoses, the cost would be astronomical. So if any of you guys have any input or ideas on methods of watering a plot this big, since we can't always count on the rain, we'd be glad to hear it. Okay, couple of things going on here today, and hopefully the wind's not too bad. The trampoline and the dog pen have been pushed back. The trampoline had been placed here because whoever lived here before we did used this as a burn pit. You got a lot of stuff in there like glass. I'm sure you can see it shining as we kind of move back and forth, pieces of metal and things like that. We have cleaned it up as much as we can, but I have another idea on how to take care of that. So we have these areas all the way around the garden. If you take a look, that's where the tiller kicked this stuff out, but it's not even really tilled underneath. So we're just going to take the bucket, put it flat on the ground, and scoop this dirt off the top of the surface to go fix our issue over there. I think that's going to be enough. It's just going to take a little bit of smoothing over with a rake, and it's going to be really nice. Don't have to worry about the kids getting cut on broken glass. That's a win. All right, next little project we have, we're going to try something new as far as irrigation goes. We tried leaving the hose in the garden and just letting it flood out, but that didn't really work so well. So now we're going to try these guys. These are really cool. I believe these were found at a Tractor Supply. And if you look at the bottom, it's made to go on a T-post, which is really cool. Those are super easy to drive in the ground. I think that these are going to be really good because they're adjustable. You can set them exactly to what kind of angle they're going to water at. You can also connect another hose right off the back to go to the second or third or fourth one, how many ever you need. This is going to be really good for Stacy. Let's go grab a hammer, a couple of T-posts, and get this set up for her. Hammer. All right, so I think we're going to plant a T-post right here in this corner because you can set the sprinkler to go, like I said, at the different angles. So should be perfect. I don't know how far it's going to go. I'm thinking we might have to set the other one up on the other side. But I'm hoping we can get away with just one, but we'll see. All right, we got it setting up there. Got it adjusted, I think, about where we want it. We'll hook some water up to it and see what it does. One of my concerns when Stacy and I was talking about this was it was going to be too windy out here. I don't know if the camera's going to show, but you can see the fine cloud of mist that's being carried off. I'm not sure if this is going to be the method we go with or not. Let's let it run for a while and see what it does. Definitely seeing quite a few major cons here. Let's take a look right here. If you look, you can see the ground already getting pretty saturated around the base of the sprinkler. And then further out this way, it's not doing a whole lot. I'm getting hit by water, but not really enough to change the color of the soil like it is over there. So it's not watering very even, not as much as I'd like. And even if we do choose to go with this method, we're probably going to end up having definitely one more, possibly two more water sprinklers. All right, it's been running for about 20 minutes or so. I definitely feel a lot better about it now than what I did before. You can kind of see how far it's reaching out. It looks like it's doing really good. Okay, the water sprinkler thing worked out pretty good, but we need more of them. What we're gonna do is run to town, grab 4 more sprinklers, and then we're gonna come back here and install them in each corner and 2 in the middle, I believe. and that should water this whole thing. Also, we have this beautiful ground already ready to go. So what we're gonna do is come back here, set up the water sprinklers, and then we're gonna plant all of this in nothing but watermelons. Hi, big girl. What are you doing there, puppy dog? Mila's looking good. She's lost some weight. Not that you can tell too much, but she is doing better. You're doing better, girl. There's Wessie. Hi, girl. Come here. Come say hi. What's up, Wessie? And that's her mama, Remy. Oh, Remy dog. So Joey's been coming up and helping us out. Do I have any egg on my face?
No?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't see none.
I've never eaten eggs and not got it on my face.
It's not on there.
Okay. Joey's been coming up and helping us. So while we're going out and getting the sprinklers, he's going to be doing some work to this tractor implement here. This is a before look at it. Basically just taking the wire wheel, going around and knocking off the surface rust and the dust like that. And we're going to give it a fresh paint and coat. Color is going to be a surprise, so you'll have to see when he's done.
All right, just finished up the tractor implement. Adam, hope you like it. Figure it would probably be a good idea to let it sit here for at least a day. It's drying pretty quick because the wind's blowing pretty decent and the sun is just a shining. But at least let it sit here for a day or so and make sure after everything dries that I didn't miss any big spots. But overall, I think it turned out pretty good.
Our local Tractor Supply had one left. So now we're on the dang highway headed to another location dealing with a whole bunch of this.
My absolute favorite. Traffic! Guys, our berry bush has grown out of control. Check it out.
Literally overnight. It's crazy.
Look at all the berries. Check them out. And they're tasty.
Tell the truth.
Not our berry bush. And picking some berries.
And throwing them in a
Chicken Express box. Works.
What kind of berries are these? Tell us.
They're dewberries. They might have worms in them. Yum.
Good?
Yeah, they're good.
Wild dewberries.
Mm-hmm. The best.
Delicious. We have the mystery item mostly off the truck. We're going to use this guy to move it around. The old tractor with the trusty pallet forks. There you go. Keep on coming. Hold up. Slow, slow, slow. Keep going. Is the 3-point all the way down? There you go. Now come back. Keep on coming. All right. That's good right there. On there, and I don't want to say it because it's always a jinx, but you know what? I'm confident that's not going anywhere. We moved this heavy thing and my back doesn't hurt at all. Go ahead and lower it down, buddy. Go ahead and set her down. Yep, easy does her, easy does her. Smooth is more important than slow, so just as long as it's, there you go.
There we go.
There you go. Nicely done, buddy.
It's kind of hard to get it smooth.
It is hard to get it smooth. That's awesome. Now we're gonna go do irrigation. And then after that, we have a big surprise that we want to share with you guys. Not this, we'll find out about this in the next video. We've already done a little bit of work. Wanted to kind of get a head start before I showed you guys, that way you get an idea for it. So we're gonna have these sprinklers ran just like this. We're gonna have 6 total to water the entire beds. And we're gonna have them ran in together. This screws off and then we piggyback to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. And then we're going to tie it in back into itself over there at this T so that water will evenly go to all of the sprinklers. But this is how it's going to look right here. We're going to get back busy on it. We don't have a whole lot of daylight left. I'm hoping we can get it done and get it tested and show you guys before dark. We were only able to get the first 3, 1, 2, and 3 hooked up because we didn't have all of the fittings that we needed, but this will be a good test run, and this part of the garden really needs watered. All right, this is where we're at. I'm not sure about this. I'm not gonna call it a fail just yet, but it's not looking good. What's going on is we don't have enough water pressure to push these other sprinklers out as far as they need to go. There's a big portion of the garden that's not getting watered at all. We're going to let it run for a good amount of time to see what happens, but my thoughts are if we go ahead and we hook up the other, this is only half of the sprinklers that will be hooked up. So once we get the other half hooked up, we're going to have little to no water pressure at all. So there's two things that we're going to explore. Number one, and I know it's draining a little bit of our pressure, is we have a little bit of a leak up by the spigot. Number two is I'm going to go out to the road and make sure that those valves are opened up all the way as well, because that could be hurting us too. Let's go see.
Let's check it. It's making noises there.
We sure there's no snakes?
I see a snake.
Ooh.
Don't do that.
It scared me, honestly, a little bit. There's one right here, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Ow.
You scared yourself again?
It looks like that one's all the way on. My thing is something put this grass in here. It didn't grow in there. You know what I mean?
The mower.
No, not the mower.
It came in through those little holes.
Things that want to bite me. And here's the other valve. It looks like they're all the way on. What we want to see is them at a 90-degree angle with the pipe, and it looks like they're running that way.
Alright, so that's not the issue.
Not the issue. Dang it, I was hoping that was it.
Time to check the next one. The leak.
Okay, so I didn't realize how bad this thing was leaking, but you can see that is a lot of water coming out of there. This is not a today project. Actually, it's not the spigot that's, I mean, the spigot is leaking, but the hose is leaking more. There's no gasket in it. So we can fix that right now, and that'll probably solve a lot of our issues. There we go.
Jen.
You know what we should have done? We should have fixed this before we put this stupid porch here.
That wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Alright, let's see if we have as much water leakage as we did earlier. Much less. Before it was literally water falling out of here.
Yeah, that's true.
So now we just need to change the gasket in behind here. Let's go see if we got any more water pressure after that.
So we now got the water sprinkler system going. We ended up turning one off back here in the corner. And now there's one there in that corner, one in that corner. And they're watering this whole humongous garden.
Sometimes less is more. We eliminated one. We have the two going on the corners, and it's touching everything. I know it doesn't look like that because it looks a little bit drier here than what it does over there, but that's just because this was getting so much water a while ago. It's all getting watered.
Huge relief, very happy. So less time standing and watering.
We're only going to be able to have 2 sprinklers going on at a time. For this plot, we'll have 2 going to water this, and then we'll have 2 going back there to water that. But that still leaves us with 2 water sprinklers that we bought that we don't need anymore, and 2 T-posts that we can take back.
And a refund.
Exactly. A little bit cheaper than what we thought, which is awesome.
So, a refund. Watered garden.
Now, this girl right here has a surprise for you guys.
Oh yes, let's go check it out.
You look so good in that light, actually.
Oh, well, thanks. A little melon plant is sprouted right here. Check it out, another cute little melon plant. And then over here we have our corn coming up beautifully. There's actually quite a few of these starting to sprout. There's one right back there towards the back. There's another one if you can tell that it's there. Here's another piece of corn plant and a whole bunch more. So everything is definitely starting to grow absolutely great. And here we have one of the little velvet ochre plants popping up. Now we'll take a look on the inside part of the garden since we looked around on the outside. Our tomato plants are doing wonderful here. We have a little sprout coming up right here. This is spinach, I believe. Of course, I forget what I planted, imagine that. And then here is a potato plant coming up. And here, still waiting to see if there's any beets that come up. I believe that's grass just coming up, so I'll have to pull that out. And here we have a potato plant coming up. Our squash is doing so okay. Tomato plant. My cantaloupe plant's starting to die out. However, all of these pepper plants are actually looking just lovely in here. Here's the rest of them. Here are the tomato plants, doing pretty well. Over here are some more tomato plants, and they are growing very nicely. And we have our other tomato plants. And then, let's see here. I believe I saw a little carrot popping up in here somewhere, but it's gonna be kind of hard to find, it looks like. But yeah, there's everything here, doing great.
That, my friends, is a success. Check it out. Everything is getting very well saturated. It is kind of hard to see because it has gotten a little dark, but you can definitely see what's getting watered. Nothing's planted over here yet. This is going to be nothing but watermelons, and we plan on doing that in the next video. So stay tuned for that. This is going to be nothing but sugar baby watermelons.
My absolute favorite to grow.
She loves them.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
Did we have our YouTube channel going when we had our garden before? I don't think we did we?
I feel like we did, but we didn't film in it.
Oh.
Well, that does it for this one, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one on planting the sugar babies.
And you'll find out what that thing is.